Okay, I would just like to make a couple of short points. Number one, I have no illusions about police and police brutality. I've had a lot of years to see that accumulate. But I want to say, I believe this demonstration and this action is Occupy Wall Street. It's about greed among the financiers, the wealthy, and the political lackeys that are supporting this wealth and this separation between those with nothing and those with too much. I think that should be the focus. Now, the police brutality, I believe, is real, but in terms of what this organization started out to be and do, it can be a distraction. It can be a distraction from the main important, vital goal. So, what I would say is this. If the police in New York have diverted our attention to police brutality, they have been successful. And if we fall for that, we are entrapped with them. I want to say, making these comments as someone who is 85 years old. So there's a lot of distance between myself and most of the people here. And I believe very importantly in the outreach effort that has been brought up. I think a lot of attention should be paid to that. I hope there will be a lot of people my age and much younger who will be brought in to support and augment your efforts. Congratulations.
Hello? Oh, shit. Yeah, I just wanted to say that I think that the reason why people came together here is like a little bit cloudy, is getting a little bit misconstrued. I'm just saying straight up, there has been a dynamic developing within this group that I personally do not feel comfortable with, and other people do not feel comfortable with, and that is this idea that the police are our friends and that the police are part of the 99%. And my problem is not that some people have that as their perspective, but I think that those people have been in the leadership of this assembly, and they've been pushing their perspective on other people, and I don't feel comfortable with that. That's not my perspective. I come from a community where the police are not our friends. They damn sure don't act like our friends, and I feel like that's getting overlooked. That's being overlooked, and I feel like we need to have a conversation in this movement about what our collective understanding of the situation should be. It shouldn't be like, oh, you have that sign, you think the cops are your friends, so now you're going to push that perspective onto everybody, and then when we go to the metro action, you're going to say, oh, here's the LA sheriffs, let's cheer for them. That's bullshit. That's bullshit. And so I think that when we have these general assemblies, when we have these larger discussions tonight, that should be on the agenda. This group that formed should have a platform for pushing forward this discussion. And we're working on that. We want that to be a part of the discussion tonight.
I'm probably going to say something that has already been said, but the reason why we left the metro station is because we didn't feel like we were part of that group. We were not part of that group. They wanted us to idolize the cops, and we don't idolize the cops. We're not part of the cops. The cops have been brutalizing our people for a long, long time, and we're just tired of that, Why do we need to include the cops in this, Yeah. And we're not here to be silenced. We're here to speak up. So if somebody's telling us to be quiet and not chant what we want to chant and say what we want to feel, I feel like they're controlling us. We need to not be controlled anymore.
Okay, so a group of us that
called this meeting have decided that we want to put forward a proposal to the GA, which is to dismantle the security and not collaborate with police, because we can empower and police our own community, and that we don't want the same police brutality, violence, and hierarchy to infiltrate our movement. And so we're going to make that proposal. If you guys want to stand with us when we make that proposal, please raise your hand.
That's what we're doing.
That's the people with their hands raised. That is the End Police Brutality delegation. So congratulate yourself with applause.
Is my name still on the list?
Daniel?
Is my name still on the list after, because I signed up after guys? Tony.
Oh, Tony and then Daniel. And Tony, then Daniel, then
I just wanted to say a couple of things really quick. Yeah, one, we need to not try to silence people, no matter what it is that they're saying, because you have to listen. Number two, physical force is the power of, the police or like a militia group would be like physical force, and this is just a tip, civil disobedience is actually like more powerful than that, and it's actually in opposition to that. Last thing, did I say we shouldn't divide? So that's what the movement's about. Thank you.
Yvonne?